not everybody is capable, not everybody is equally capable of hanging with you if you've got some kind of dysfunction. And that's not their fault, and it's not your fault. It's just sort of the nature of the beast. Because as a sufferer of mental illness, you understand that it affects your behavior, and your behavior is how you interact with the world, including other people. Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bull Central. I'm gonna do one of these handy mental health videos for you. I do these once or twice a month, intermixed with video game videos and music videos and stuff and some other things, but mostly because I like to do these. They're unrelated to the rest of the channel, essentially thematically, right? But they make me feel a little bit better, and I've gotten some feedback from some of you guys, and they make you feel a little bit better about what you go through. So maybe together, if we kind of talk about what we go through, maybe we won't have to feel so alone. That's basically the idea. So I meant to do this video yesterday, but I had a pretty big freak out. I hallucinated that I smelled something really, really hot, like an electrical fire somewhere in the house here, and I was alone. And so I got really, really scared, and I was going from room to room and smelling this and smelling that outlet and that heater or whatever, and I couldn't find the source, and I was scared. I was really, really, really scared. I had to call my mom for her to talk me down. It was not pretty. And then my wife got home from shopping, because that's where she was. And she's like, I don't smell anything. So whole day wasted as far as being able to talk to you guys, but that's kind of what it's like sometimes. So I wanted to talk, speaking of fear, I wanted to talk about fear of other people, because I noticed that a lot of what I deal with, and I'm sure you can relate, a lot of it is really fear-based, it seems, like being afraid of one thing or another, or fearing the future, or fearing the past, fearing what could happen, fearing what is happening. You know what I'm saying? I think that clocks, yeah. I think even like depression or any other kind of mental health issue, there's a lot of fear to it. I think that's fair to say. But the thing that really has been bothering me lately in my life is my fear of other people. Now, I wasn't always this way. When I was in my 20s, I was fairly outgoing. Always kind of an introverted extrovert, or an extroverted introvert. But like, as the years have mounted and my mental health has gotten worse and then better and then worse and then better, I've been through the mill. I've been around the block a couple times with this. I noticed that my ability to just walk into a situation, a social situation, even a phone call, I have trouble being on the phone, because I'm just filled with fear because of what if I'm meeting another person for the first time. It's like, what are they going to think of me? What are they going to say about me? What are they going to do to me? Are they going to hurt me? Are they going to physically hurt me because I have delusions about that sort of thing as well, kind of violent stuff. It's complicated, but I never really know what my brain's going to tell me about another person. Is this person okay, or is this person not okay? And if it's screaming at me that this situation's not okay, how do I cope with that? It even extends to my family. I have trouble talking to and seeing my family nowadays. It extends to friends. There's just whole groups of friends that I just won't even contact because, man, I've been through the rigmarole with people, and it's like I have been hurt a lot by people. I think that it's it's hard to express, but when you have how do I want to say it? Not everybody is capable, not everybody is equally capable of hanging with you if you've got some kind of dysfunction. And that's not their fault. And it's not your fault. It's just sort of the nature of the beast. Because as a sufferer of mental illness, you understand that it affects your behavior. And your behavior is how you interact with the world, including other people. And sometimes people are very, very forgiving and patient, and a lot of the times they're not. And you just have to allow them to be what they're going to be, because that's what you'd wish from them. You want them to allow you to be what and who you are, right? In a perfect world. So it's been a real impediment. Like my dad had a little health scare last week, and I've called him a couple times, but I still feel guilty because I feel like I should be there, or I have nieces and nephews. I have, my mom, my brother, and I don't even really like to go to like doctor's offices and, grocery stores and stuff. Like, it's hard to admit, because basically I've turned into a hermit, not really intentionally, just because, dude, people are scary. People are strange. When you're a stranger, faces come out of the rain. I don't know, man. I think that the only thing that I can do, and the only thing that I can really offer, uh, in this vein, in this vein, somehow you've got to break through the fear. Somehow you have to learn to trust again. And believe me, I've been bullied since I was a kid. Okay, I've taken some shit from people in my life. I'm overweight, right? I'm fat. And when I was a kid, I got dumped on for it. I got hit really, really hard for it, and all the time. So I understand what it is to be afraid of people, even from an early age. Now, like I said, when I'd gotten into my 20s, I was able to kind of combat that. You just have to learn to trust again. You have to learn. You have to learn to. Oh man, it is so difficult, because when your mind is fighting you, and like yesterday when I was so afraid, man, there's nothing in the world that could tell me not to be afraid. You got to push through it. You got to be brave. I guess that's what it is. You got to learn to be brave again. Because trust me, if all people were removed from your life, not only would you'd be lonely, you'd be solitary. Your problems wouldn't go away. That much I can guarantee you. You may think that I have so and so problem. My neighbor did this to me. My ex-friend did this to me. My ex-partner did this. Yeah, I mean, of course, people can do stuff to you. Again, my long history of being bullied, but essentially, you get to decide if you want to take those things with you, and if you want to harbor them, give them sanctuary in your heart, right? You get to decide that. So this is kind of a sub thing. I was watching an interview on TV about with Jeremy Renner, right? Who had this horrible snowcat accident, right? And he told the interviewer, "I am not going to let this thing become a trauma. I am not going to let this. I'm not going to look back on that incident and be afraid. I'm not going to let it do that to me." Yeah. And I guess that kind of comes down to victimhood. And trust me, sometimes you're a victim. Sometimes things happen in this world. Sometimes people and situations really screw you over, and you are a victim. But victimhood is owning that, and you haven't got to do that. Especially to get back on topic with other people, because they're not really the problem. Especially strangers. You don't know who they are. You don't know where they come from. You don't know their story. You don't know if they're nice. You don't know if they're not nice. But I think if you remember, because this really started for me with COVID. COVID really threw me off my game because I quarantined. I never stopped quarantining. Not really. I do this. I make YouTube. I videos. I access the world out there remotely, but I don't really do it. I don't really do it in person anymore, and I need to learn to trust again. If not to trust other people, to trust myself. Because I've made mistakes and I've done shitty things. So again, you don't have to carry this with you all the days of your life. You just don't. And if you are feeling a little bit afraid of people, because I am feeling very afraid of people, you don't have to let that define you either. I mean, screw it. Like, some guy judges you, some girl judges you, some situation screws you over. I mean, it's called living. It's called living. So, takes a little bravery, takes a little forgiveness, a little elbow grease, because you got to get back out there too. Oh boy, that was a tough one. Did that feel tough? That was hard for me. Well, we'll come up with another topic in another 2 or 3 weeks. Come right back here to Jeff Bull Central. Like, subscribe, hit the little fucking bell, the bell? Is it a bell? It's a bell. Hit the bell. Get notifications. Find out what's going on. All right. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody, do me a favor. I got a new music album coming out. 9 brand new songs. Audiophile II. It's coming to streaming platforms all over the place this April, all over the world. You can check it out there. You can even find it on my channel here, my YouTube channel, for free once that actually comes out. So you don't got to pay anything for it. I don't care. I just want you to listen to it. Yeah, and I've been working on it really, really hard all March 2023. I was killing myself to make music, so please do check it out any way you can when that comes out. Thank you.